Thank you, Great Spirit. Man, the energy is just feeling electric today, guys. Like, I'm feeling it in my body like tenfold. It's a very, it can be an unstabling energy. And so today, I feel it is so important for all of us to go into that root, that foundation, and ground ourselves in this present moment and put our intentions in to what we want to see in this world. Okay, because I know what they're spewing right now out in the media and on TV about what's happening in the world. That is not the story that I want to see. And so, let's go in. Let's go in. And I think it's a wonderful day to talk about one of my sheroes, Louise Hay. So if you guys are not familiar with this superstar, she is, let's see, I have to go to my notes, guys. She was born in October of 1926. Wow. So if she were still alive, she would be 101 this year. She did make it to 90, which I think is a pretty freaking good run for this, life experience. I mean, man, if I make it to 90, heck yeah. Heck yeah. And, there's so much that I love about the spiritual teacher. When she was alive, the book that she wrote in the 1980s that kind of like propelled her into fame was you can heal your life, right? And she was an American motivational author and speaker, and she also started Hay House Press, which is a huge, self-motivation and spiritual publishing house around the world now. And she actually started Hay House Press in her living room. And another side note about Louise and I believe we're on a first name basis. I have been inundated with Louise Hayes this whole week, and it has just been such a beautiful experience to delve into her a little bit more and get reintroduced to her magnificence. And so she associated physical ailments, and I like to call anything that manifests physically. In Western medicine, it's disease, right? But it's dis-ease, D-I-S slash E-A-S-E, dis-ease of the body. And so basically what she believes is that physical dis-ease of the body is connected to negative emotional patterns. And so basically, if you can clear, neutralize, transmute, release the negative patterns in your life, then that will help to clear and release the physical dis-ease in your body. And I am a strong believer in this philosophy idea. I believe that Hayes she was talking quantum physics before, science and spirituality really melded together. And so, she was considered, I don't really know. She was like the first wave kind of new age movement back in the 80s. I was pretty young and I was not really interested too much in like crystals and shit. I was too busy skipping school and smoking cigarettes in the bushes. But anyways, that was a huge digression. Okay, so the point being is that when I first remember hearing her and even her voice, she's so like soothing and gentle and calm. And at the time in my life, I think I was anything but any of that. Very, so it was a bit of a turnoff to me, honestly. And I know that, some people have maybe accused her of being a, what is it called? Like what is it called when you're spiritual bypassing or whatever? I don't believe that at all. Because one of the things that she says is that, when you stay in a state of gratitude, it's not about you ignoring the unsavory realities of this experience, right? But gratitude as an emotion, and remember, emotions are energy in motion. So gratitude is actually a frequency, and it is a vibration, right? That helps us get our bodies into a state of homeostasis. And it is at that state where we can begin to heal, right? So it is not spiritual bypassing to make a choice to stay in a resonance, a neutral vibrational or neutral or above resonance of gratitude, of love, of contentment, peace, joy. These are all choice states that we can choose, right? And so I love Louise Hayes. I mean, she's really big into affirmations. I'm not going to go too much into her book, but she does talk about like each specific ailment in your body. Is connected to a negative emotional pattern. So let's, for instance, say that you are having, throat issues, right? Then that could be emotionally connected. And again, going back to all the connections with the energetic points in your body, the throat chakra, right? And so clearing that energy of feeling disempowered, feeling like your message, your words, aren't important or whatever, right? Like feel like getting rid of those types of emotions helps to clear the energy, right, within that energetic point, which then in turn helps to physically clear that point in the body. And so, get the book, read it, check it out. I mean, I go on like I get so Louise Hayes crazy sometimes, and I mean not like yeah, great, whatever. Anyway, that I'll be like, oh my God, like my hands are hurting today. What's the spiritual significance of my right hand hurting, right? And I'll look it up, and and so it's a really cool way, I think, for me, anyways, to get back into the physical body. Louise Hayes is also someone that experienced great trauma in her early years, sex trauma, physical trauma. And so, like a lot of us who have experienced early childhood trauma, it is very easy to disassociate from the physical body. And so, through her techniques, we can get grounded back into the present moment, because as Louise Hay says, and I just wrote this down, it is in the present moment, right, where all the power resides. It is in this moment right here. It's not about, what happened. I mean, I put a meme out, or I didn't put it out, but I just shared it. I think it was yesterday, about like anxiety or depression being about, oh, maybe I don't have to think about what happened when I was in the third grade or when I was in the sixth grade, or, I mean, we've all, and it's not to lessen the severity of our life experiences, but we don't have to stay stuck in an energy that is going to not allow us to live our fully in the present, which is why we're all here, guys, right? Because this right here, right now, this is all we got. This is it. This is it. This is it. So enjoy it. So, okay. Louise Hayes has 3 steps for transformation. And I'm just going to go through kind of verbatim what what she says, and then we'll kind of see how we can apply it in our everyday lives, because this is all about using these spiritual tools in our everyday life. Let me say, hello, can you say my name? Let me see, Leonardo, hello. Oh, Drink Leonardo, is that it? Okay. And a Gnostic. I'm not really sure what Louise Hay's religious affiliation, if any, but I do remember she was a part of the New Thought movement, and she was an ordained lecturer at, and I cannot remember the name of the church, so someone needs to look that up, but it was in New York City. And she was actually at one point a model. She went to New York and became a model for Bill Blass, I think back in like the 50s, 60s. Anyways, just a wonderful life, an extraordinary life. And, you guys do your own research on her, but I do know that she was a spiritual leader for a congregation for many years. I just can't remember the name of it. Okay, so 3 steps for transformation. This helps to rewire your brain by building new neurotransmitter pathways, okay? And so basically, the patterns that we have habitually, acted in or acted out in or whatever over the years, it becomes solidified in our thinking, right? And so we have to shift, right? Shift our habitual patterns, right? And how we do that is by rewiring the neurotransmitters in our brain. And I'm not going to get all into it. I mean, there's so much information out on the YouTubes, and I love the YouTube community, guys. I am like so down with YouTube. I mean, I listen to spiritual discussions. I watch other people's angel messages. I love the YouTube spiritual community, and I hope that you guys go out and do more research on her. And on these ideas of being able to shift your neurotransmitters to form new habitual. I mean, I don't even know if I like the word habitual, but to form new patterns for, just being more in alignment, right? Okay, so 3 steps for transformation. 1, stop being your old self. Just stop it, okay? Just stop that. Stop being your old self. She says, here are some affirmations. I release, and I love her. She's so gentle. I release the need to live in my past. I am not my history. I am my possibilities. 1, stop being your old self. 2, live in the present moment. An affirmation, here I am, and I'm enough. Here I am in this moment, and I'm enough. And 3, choose, because it's a choice, guys. It's kind of like a choose your own adventure, right? We get to choose the state that we want to dwell in, okay? And so we can choose it. The world, the exterior, all the blah, 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 blah out there can wait. My alignment cannot. We gotta say that one again. The world can wait. My alignment cannot. And so it's not selfishness, right? To get into your own alignment before you go out into the world. I mean, it is self-preservation, right? But it's actually because once we are in alignment, as Abraham Hicks says, that one person in alignment is more powerful than a million that aren't, right? And so it is our duty as spiritual citizens to spend that time to get into our own state of flow, right? And so she offers 3 suggestions to do this daily. 1, morning affirmations. And I mean, guys, out in the YouTube world, you can type in spiritual morning affirmations. Oh my God, you're going to find so much. Come up with your own. I am, I'm a trained writer, academic writer, whatever. And honestly, I think I get my biggest inspiration. I mean, I love Dr. Seuss. I do a lot of rhyming, so when I'm getting in my flow, I'll be like, I am here, I am me, I see you and you see me, and just whatever, just nonsense sometimes, but it just helps me to get into the flow. I will go and look at myself in the mirror and just say, I am here. I am enough. I am beautiful. Whatever it is to get you in the flow. And so morning affirmations are just so important. And you guys, to get in your flow, you just gotta get out of, feeling dorky or being self-conscious about, whatever. I mean, if you have roommates, I mean, go in your bathroom and do your daily affirmations. I also have written stuff down on like my affirmations down on post-it notes, and I'll just put them in random places around my house, especially places that I know that I might want to, go to if I get triggered or something. Like when I lived in Griffin for a long time, and I had little post-it notes all over my house, and one was at the door. So before I would walk out of my door into the world, and Lord knows what kind of freaking shenanigans Elizabeth Marie Unlimited gets into. Lord freaking knows. But on the post-it note on the door, it just said, love yourself more. As a reminder, right? And so I love morning affirmations. I mean, I stay probably in a freaking affirmation bubble. And then the second is the midday action. Okay. And so just as I always say, and what we've talked about, faith without works is dead. You gotta use the muscle, right? The brain is a muscle, just like, these muscles, right? And so you have to activate it. You have to use your mind in a positive way. That means making, it doesn't really matter like how huge the action is. It doesn't, a lot of people think, oh, I've got to, lose 40 pounds and run 5 miles a day and all this, no, I mean, an action can be today, I'm going to walk outside and look up at the sky. And I'm going to say thank you. That can be your action for the day, especially if, you're someone that's coming from a state of maybe not wanting to leave your house for a long time, or, whatever. Every action gets us closer to that ultimate, I mean, and not ultimate because everything is right now, but to that state. I just like to say the state of neutrality. And it's really, the Hindus call it the zero point. It's the state of all possibilities. Okay, guys, I go off on my little side tangents. But anyways, okay. 1, morning affirmations. 2, midday action, whatever that is. Today, for me, it's doing this, guys, because, I plan for this. I wake up, I get into my flow, I do my meditation, I clean, my area. I mean, And it's a beautiful process for me. And I love it. And I'm grateful for you guys, like, that want to hang out on Intuitive Talks on Tuesdays. I'm totally down. And it just fills my heart with positive energy, right? And so that is a positive action. Taking a walk, man, it doesn't matter where I am in this world. And if you guys know me, I love to travel. I'm all over, up, down, all around. And you will always find me outside walking. I find a park. I find some form of green space. I mean, even in the most densest freaking hood in the darn country, you can find a space to at least stand and look and appreciate, right? So some type of positive action. And then at night, nightly gratitude. And again, like I said at the beginning of this, gratitude is not just airy fairy. Oh, I'm so grateful. Me. I mean, you guys can tell because I said that kind of my intonation was sarcastic or whatever. Oh, I'm so grateful, right? But but even that doesn't matter because the intention behind my gratitude is so true that honestly doesn't matter if I was sarcastic or not. But the point is that it's not what you say, it's the intention that you put behind what you say. Let me see. Oh, message. Okay, we're done. Well, I'm so glad that all of you guys are listening. And I haven't figured out yet how to like respond while this is going live, but I'll figure it out as we move forward. I don't have to fix actually anything. And I actually wrote that down, another wonderful affirmation. Um, Shoot, I can't find it. Oh well, it doesn't matter. Oh, here it is. Okay. If you think, why can't I fix this? Pause. Now, pause 2-3 seconds can shift the whole trajectory of your life. It's when you can ground, move into a quick state of metacognition and shift. Wait, why am I having that thought? And then you can say, what if I don't have to fix this? What if I have to do is just stay in a state of gratitude and be who I am in this moment, and the problems are going to fix themselves? How about that? Everything always turns out exactly as it should be, right? And it usually is a heck of a lot better when I don't get too involved. I just stay in the flow and do what I do. So once again, 3 steps for transformation by Louise Hay. 1, stop being your old self. Start with morning affirmations. 2, live in the present moment by taking a midday action, a positive step in the direction that you want to go. And 3, choose your new state of being. It is a choice. You can do this through nightly gratitude, making that choice to stay in a neutral or above vibration. And then you rinse and repeat daily. Now, she talks about doing this for 21 days, and I feel like there's a lot of positive frequency with the number 21. And I did not look up what the spiritual significance of 21 is, but I have noticed in the last week or two that has come into my reality a good bit. So look that up, 21, and do Louise Hay's process for transformation, 21 days, and see what happens, guys. Okay.